Hi, this is Julie from Soulbridge Holistics, and I'm here today to discuss a plan to free yourself from domestic violence or domestic abuse. It's a rather serious topic, but many women today are in situations of abuse and they don't always realize the signs. I have other videos about helping yourself and elevating yourself, so I hope you'll see the other videos in my series. But today I want you to know it is crucial to know that the abuse is never your fault. I have a lot of notes I'm going to turn to for your step-by-step action plan, so please follow along with me. You deserve a life free from violence. That means no kicking, no yelling, no punching, not even punching the wall or kicking the couch, anything like that, slamming doors, locking you out, telling you you're not good enough. It doesn't matter if it's mental or emotional or physical abuse. All forms of abuse are not cool. Acknowledge what's happened, and if it has happened, be documenting that and telling people about it. Place the blame solely on the abuser. That's going to be a very, very important first step. Okay? Because a lot of people need to internalize that the abuser is making these actions, and there's no way that you deserve that. This is not about you at all. Understand that the abuse is intentional and rooted in power and control. If the person has problems with their emotions, with emotional self-control, with anger management issues, this is not your fault. Accept this fact. It's a vital first step toward healing yourself. So get angry. If you're angry instead of complacent, if you're not willing to take it anymore, that is a vital first step. Acknowledging your feelings, and if you have anger against what's happening to you, that's a vital first step. You're going to want to create a safety plan. You're going to want to try and figure out safe places to go or safe places to stay. That would include a church or a hospital or a cousin or a sister and brother or an old boyfriend, or just whatever you can come up with where somebody might be able to help you out. Checking into a hospital is always a plan. Safe places to stay, and then packing essential documents. Essential documents for me, because I was a social worker and I worked with homeless people that we placed in housing right off the street. We always needed to have their ID card, their birth certificate, and their social security card. If those three elements are missing, no one can identify you. If you have a passport, if you have something that helps them to identify you, to create documents to help you get housing, to help you get social services, to help you get income or supported living, something. Okay, establishing a code word or a phrase to signal for help. Your word could be weather. And when somebody calls you, they'll go, "How are you?" And you'll go, "The weather's great." And everybody will go, "Uh-oh." Somebody knows there's an issue there. Okay, the other thing about predictability is that when you choose to leave, you want to make sure that you're not so easy to predict. So you want to start altering your route to make your movements less predictable. So if you're allowed to leave to go to work, for example, change your work routine, change your work hours, do something so that if you start changing things around, it looks like a normal part of your routine that the hours constantly change. If you're in immediate danger, you should call 911, but there's also a National Domestic Violence Hotline. The number for that is 1-800-799-SAFE or 1-800-799-7233. It is confidential. It provides 24/7 support. Connecting with support groups or online forums like the Survivors Forum that's offered by Women's Aid, plural, can be very helpful. I do advise you to connect with them. You want to share your experiences. You want to find solidarity. And when you share these experiences with other women and you don't think they're going to understand, they're going to understand, because the different kinds of abuse that women, 70% of women have been in relationships where there was some form of abuse. They really will understand. You'll create solidarity faster than you thought you would. It's really important for you to understand that you're not alone and that people will understand. Many survivors have found strength and healing through community and professional help. So community can be churches or hospitals, and professional help could be hospital counselors or support groups, or they put you in touch with community organizations that can help you also. It is normal to feel overwhelmed or scared or even lonely after you step out of a relationship and try to make it on your own, trying to pick up those pieces, trying to learn to acknowledge your own light and follow your own path, and acknowledge your own free will and your own personal accountability can be kind of scary, but it's really worth it to have your own autonomy and to be able to follow your own life path. I have a lot of other videos in my series about picking up the pieces and following your life path. So if you're unsure what your life path is, it helps to look at the other videos. Remember that you have the right to make your own decisions about your life, and no one should pressure you to leave or stay. It's not okay to lock you out of the house. It's not okay to lock you in a room. It's not okay to tell you that you need to leave. It's not okay to try and force you to leave. It's not okay to try and force you to come and stay with somebody either. So make sure that you understand that you have the right to say no. And if anything happens as a result of your saying no, you're in a bad relationship, it's time to go. If you're interested in advocating for other women or using your experiences to help, if you can relate to what I'm saying right now, contact your local domestic violence center to explore opportunities to help other women, because many women have been there. Many women understand where you're coming from. And I just don't want to leave the men out here, guys. There are women who are abusers too. There are same-sex relationships that have abuse. There are men who abuse other men. So this is not a gender-identified kind of thing. Abuse can happen and anybody can be an abuser. Any gender of person can be an abuser. Healing is a personal journey. It's okay to take it at your own pace. It's okay to rewind this video. It's okay to play it once a week until you figure out what you're doing. It's okay to use it as a checklist to figure out how you're progressing. Your strength, your resilience, and your worth are undeniable. And you're not inferior in any way. I've talked to many women who said, well, I don't have the education, I don't have the experience, I don't have this, I don't have that. You are worthy. There's just, it's not a comparison. It's not you against me or him against her or something like that. Being a man does not make you superior or inferior. Your age, how tall you are, your race, none of that makes you inferior or superior to another person. You are worthy. You are luminous. You are a child of God. You have a right to walk your own life path. You are worthy of real love. And I'm just going to leave you with this message, okay? We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And I hope this helped. Please like, share, subscribe. And there's a link down there to buy me a coffee if you so see fit. And thank you so much for being with me today.